Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now today, I have something very special to share with you. A rare and absolutely remarkable tea that even the emperors of China would envy. Yes, we're diving into the world of Mansong Pu-erh tea, a tea so rare and exceptional that it was once reserved as a tribute for Qing dynasty emperors. This isn't your average cuppa, folks. This is history, culture, and luxury wrapped in one. Now, let's talk about why this tea is so special, and why I think it's one of the true kings of PuEr. You've probably heard of popular teas like Lao Ban Zhang and Bingdao, and they're certainly fantastic in their own right. But what if I told you the real tea royalty was none other than Mansong, a tea from a tiny village in the Yibang mountain range, hand-picked and presented to the Chinese emperors themselves. Mansong's rarity isn't just because of some fancy name slapped on the packaging. Oh no. The tea trees in Mansong are ancient, growing in a climate and soil that gives the leaves their one-of-a-kind flavor. These leaves were so prized in the imperial courts that selecting the wrong batch of tea for the emperor could quite literally cost the tea selectors their lives. Imagine that pressure. It's not just tea. It's a legacy, a symbol of perfection. But here's a little backstory for you. When we first came across a small batch of this legendary Mansong tea from 2014, we were in awe. We didn't even plan to sell it. No kidding, we made just a few cakes, each one slightly heavier than the usual 357 grams. It's a full 400 grams of pure ancient tree leaves. We were so impressed with the quality that we didn't even bother with fancy branding. Just a simple inner label with the word Mansong. Because when something is that good, it doesn't need flashy packaging to speak for itself, right? Speaking of which, this reminds me of an old story about Chairman Mao and a gift he gave to President Nixon. So, Mao sent Nixon this tiny box of da Hong Pao tea. Nixon, looking at the small amount of tea, thought Mao was being a bit stingy. Is that it? Just this little box? He probably wondered. What Nixon didn't realize was that da Hong Pao is one of the rarest teas in the world, with only a few grams being produced each year. It wasn't about the quantity, it was about the quality. When you have something as precious as Mansong or da Hong Pao, even a small amount is worth more than gold. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because today, we're doing something that we never intended to do. Making a few of these Mansong cakes available for sale. Yep, these are from our personal collection, and honestly, we weren't planning to sell them. But we figured, why not let a few true tea lovers experience something this rare? So, we're releasing just 5 tea cakes for our OVP tea friends, each one 400 grams for 2,000 Singapore dollars a cake. It's extremely limited, and once it's gone, it's gone. If the whole cake feels a bit much, we're also offering 100 grams portions, loosened from the tea cake, for 500 Singapore dollars. This is one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. It's not just about having another tea in your collection, it's about owning a piece of history. A symbol of craftsmanship and an experience you'll remember forever. If you've ever been curious about what emperors drank, now's your chance to sip like royalty. So, what do you think? Could Mansong be your next tea adventure? Let me know in the comments what you think about rare teas and whether you've had the chance to try something this exclusive. And of course, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I've got plenty more tea stories and recommendations coming your way. Until next time, happy sipping everyone.